My name is Paul Van Balen. I'm the designated broker of the SunWorld Group. We're a property management firm located here in Southwest Washington. Today I'm going to talk to you about Section 8 housing. Section 8 housing is a form of government subsidy that generally pays about 70% of the rent. Tenant would be responsible about 30% of the rent. Some cases, Section 8 covers all the rent. It just depends on the tenant's income situation. Now you might say, well, Section 8, oh, it's terrible and terrible tenants, and what you've heard is people tear up the houses. That's not necessarily true. We've had some very good luck with Section 8 tenants that take very good care of the home and so forth. Recently, there's been a change that's requiring you to accept Section 8 as a source of income. Before, you would be able to say no Section 8, and then around Seattle and Vancouver, Washington, they were requiring that you accept Section 8. But that does not mean that you are forced to take Section 8 regardless. So now with the recent change, Section 8 is now required to be statewide. Statewide, you must acknowledge the income source. Your credit criteria still remains in effect. The change is going to be like this. If the rent is $2,000 a month on a normal non-Section 8 tenant, if your requirement is 3 times the amount of income, that tenant would need a gross income of $6,000 per month. In the case where Section 8 is going to be paying, let's say 70% of the rent, then the tenant's requirement for the month would be $600 each month. Having said that, then the income requirement now changes to $1,800 per month as a gross income, 3 times the amount of what the tenant is required to pay. You cannot refuse to take the Section 8 tenant. If you do, there's steep penalties. I believe that it's 2 times the amount of the rent plus the legal fees, so you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of getting a lawsuit because you refused a Section 8 tenant. Again, use your screening criteria remains in effect, but you must only require the tenant's income to be what you require less what the Section 8 is going to pay. So to recap this again, if it's a $2,000 a month rent, tenant's requirement is $600 per month, and your requirement is that you require 3 times the amount of rent in monthly income, it would be $1,800 a month. Now let's say you have an older home that's going to require many thousands of dollars to fix. The requirement is that if it's $1,500 or more than $1,500 to get your house ready for a Section 8. In other words, repairs to the standard of Section 8, because they're going to come in and do an inspection. So if there's repairs exceed $1,500, then you don't have to take the Section 8 tenant. But also, and you could check with your local Section 8, if you do have repairs, I believe they'll require you to pay $500 of this $1,500. The rest they may cover, but again, check with your Section 8 office. If they exceed $1,500, then you can turn down the tenant due to the repairs, but you just can't make up a bunch of stuff. Like, for example, if it's normal stuff, carpet and all that needs to be replaced, you're not going to be able to use that, I believe, as a so you don't have to take Section 8. It's going to be major repairs that are going to be required by Section 8. But again, you could check with your Section 8 office. So to recap this, again, statewide, you have to take Section 8 as an income source. and you can't turn them down just because they're Section 8. You use 3 times of the income that they're going to have to pay as an income requirement. For this and any other information, feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.